Today we're going to talk about the 1989 comedy Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So let's get started. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming videos. Two seemingly dumb teens set off on a quest to prepare the ultimate historical presentation with the help of a time machine. With the new film Bill and Ted Face the Music coming out on VOD very soon, I wanted to watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey and review them for you guys because they are films that I used to watch a lot growing up, especially this first one, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. This stars Keanu Reeves as Ted and Alex Winter as Bill. George Carlin is also in the movie as Rufus. This has a pretty good cast and a wide variety of different historical figures for Bill and Ted to interact with. Bill and Ted is such a hilarious movie, and it's all due to Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, who do an excellent job at portraying their characters. They both played their characters in such a dumb way that you believe that they are not very smart at all. Their choices are not smart. The things they say are just so stupid, but their interactions with each other, their friendship is so believable in the movie that you can't help but laugh at everything they say because it is that dumb. But also you can just tell that they have such a fun time just being around each other. And their outlook on life is so positive and it just wears off on you as you watch the film. We are introduced to Bill and Ted, and they are at the risk of failing this historical project. And if Ted does not pass it, he has to be sent off to military school, and that can ruin their chance of creating this band Wild Stallions, which is spelt wrong. But once we get to the story that they're important figures in the future and their music has brought peace to the world, and we have Rufus who's sent back in time from the future to make sure that they pass their test. So they go throughout history and meet different historical figures and try to bring them back with them. That's where the movie, I think, really starts to become a lot of fun, is when they start to interact with people like Napoleon and Billy the Kid and Socrates and Sigmund Freud and Genghis Khan and Joan of Arc and Abraham Lincoln. Watching all of these historical figures see a phone booth that is being jumped around in time and going to different time periods, they don't have the reaction like what is going on. Most of the time they're just accepting it, which I thought was just, for the longest time, just the weirdest thing, that Abraham Lincoln is accepting going to the future. They don't really mind it. And so like when we have Napoleon eating the ice cream when Ted's younger brother is watching him, I think it's odd that some of these historical figures are just like, okay, I'm in the future, here I am. I think it's pretty ridiculous. But watching like Genghis Khan at the sporting goods store, all of these big historical figures in the 1989 setting, and watching them kind of interact with each other, I think it's all a lot of fun. And the film gives enough time to make a lot of these historical figures really enjoyable when they are in the future, and bringing all of these characters together. Some of them just don't get a lot of screen time. Some of them you just don't get to see them in the past. They just pick them up and bring them to the future. But once we get all of them together in the current time period for Bill and Ted, it's a blast. And watching them all kind of interact with each other, just hang out, it's a really enjoyable time. And that's mixed with Bill and Ted's just really charming personalities and their drive to get all of the people together and finish this historical test. It's a pretty ridiculous movie when you absolutely think of it. I used to watch it a lot growing up. Two bumbling idiots that get a bunch of historical figures and bring them back to their present time in a phone booth. It's a pretty stupid idea that honestly does work. The characters work. The story is a lot of fun. There is some endearing moments for the characters throughout. I've enjoyed this film ever since I saw it in the mid-90s when I was younger. And I didn't watch Bogus Journey as much as Excellent Adventure. We'll be talking about Bogus Journey next week. But I'm really looking forward to Bill and Ted Face the Music. If they could have the same kind of characters and same kind of formula, I think it could work. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is an iconic comedy. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter are great in their roles. George Carlin doesn't have that strong of a performance within the movie, but I did like his character in the film. Overall, it's a film I've watched many times. I find so many interesting things about it, and I love revisiting the historical characters and all bringing them together in the present time for the film, and watching them all kind of interact with present day is just so funny. One of my favorite characters that they brought back was Joan of Arc. Watching her do like a workout class, that was pretty funny. But every character is fun in their own way. I'm gonna go ahead and give Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure an A-. Thank you guys for your review for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Stay tuned. Next week I'll be talking about the sequel, Bogus Journey, and then the third film, Bill and Ted Face the Music. So stay tuned for those videos. So my name is Just Watching Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.